On kids right now because they are going back to school. Immunizations, of course, are done throughout the year, but this is a time when we can bring people's attention back to kids. Parents are focused on their kids' health because they're going back to school. They're often school physicals. So we focused on this time to bring attention back to immunizations. Immunizations protect us from a lot of different diseases that in the past were very lethal. People actually died from these things. We don't see that anymore or nearly at the rate that we used to, and so it's not taken as seriously as it used to be. There were about 8,000 deaths per year in the US from measles alone. Now there's fewer than 40. So it's important to get these immunizations. Unfortunately, since we don't see these devastating diseases in the same numbers as we used to, it's hard to convince people sometimes that they're still important. I think sometimes we have to remind them about the history and what we used to see, and also try to allay their fears about safety issues. There's been a lot of talk about safety of immunizations, but the data is overwhelming that they are safe, and the record speaks for itself, I think. The first thing to do, of course, is to see your doctor, your child's doctor, starting from birth, really. It's important to get the immunizations done on time. There's a timing to these shots. Several of them require more than one, and the time in between is important. So from the time of birth, see your doctor, follow the recommendations, ask questions, make sure you have documentation in your hand to know when your next appointment should be, and just follow that recommendation. For children's shots, we're recommending people go to the website, Got Shots, Protect Tots. If you just Google that, you'll find the website, and that'll give you locations sponsored by the state for getting shots. But the first source is always your doctor, to go to your PCP to get those done. So besides children who get the vast majority of shots, and most of those shots are done before the age of 2, and then older adults who should get some shots specific to them, there are still shots in between that all of us need, and there are shots specifically for adolescents. Those who are going into college still need shots. So it's important, again, to keep that dialogue with your doctor to figure out if you are in fact due for something.